Alright, welcome back to the Two-Stroke Turbo channel. Welcome back to Shop Dog Stella. My name's Mark. Been doing this for a while now. Doing a lot of videos. Since my kids were little, I used to take videos and post them to the grandparents, and then kind of evolved into my real passion, which is oddball cars. Like my Nash that's driving me crazy because I can't figure out why I can't get any fuel to pump up to the carburetor. So we're going to dig into that today. Buckle your seatbelt, hang on for a ride. Thanks for supporting my small little channel and these odd little cars. I really enjoy working on them. I just wish they didn't take so much time. Oh boy, do they take time. Okay, so I'm still trying to figure out why my Nash won't pump any fuel. I took the brand new fuel pump off, and I took the old fuel pump and I cut the arm off. I don't think the lobe is on the camshaft is contacting the new one like the old. So I've got the welder out and I've got the new fuel pump in the vise here, and I welded on the piece that I cut off to make the arm just about a ½ inch more better. I'm going to file that down a little bit, smooth it out, and I'm hoping I can get some fuel to pump. Don't want to put an electric fuel pump on it, but if I have to, I have to. So I'm going to sacrifice this old guy and see if I can get the new one to work. Okay, so I've got the no frills Nash idling here, and you can see I've got bubbles in my fuel filter. I welded on a new extension to my arm on my mechanical fuel pump, and I actually wired in a backup electric pump, and I'll show you that in a second. But I was having a heck of a time trying to get fuel to come to this carburetor when that pump was not pumping. So let's go under the car and I'll show you. Slide down here under the rear axle. Wipe this down. If you look up there, I did wire in a 6-volt positive pump as an emergency source in case the cam lobe ever gets wiped out completely. So I do have that as a backup. You can see there's a little bit of fuel in there, and that seems to work just fine. So that was a lot of hassle to get this thing to get fuel. I didn't think that the cam lobe would wipe out, but it must have. That's the only thing. I do love this car. I love the Cyclops light. I like how it's all original. And I did find this carburetor is super sensitive to anything over 1 psi of fuel pressure, and it just floods over. So I thought that as well. Seems to be working good now. I've got it primed. I've got the mechanical fuel pump working as it should, and then I've got the electric pump. I'll put the wires down in here as a backup should I get stuck or stopped or need to prime it after the car has sat for many, many months. Oh, that was a lot of work. I got to get this thing out. It's going to exhaust. The exhaust is going to asphyxiate me because it's a little heavy. Okay, I think we're doing pretty good. I had to move the car, the old no frills Nash, out of the shop because I was becoming lightheaded from the exhaust asphyxiation. 1950s car with no catalytic converter will do that to you. So let's see. I think I showed you guys how I welded a new thumb onto the arm of the mechanical fuel pump because my cam lobe wore out. That's the new pump down there, and it seems to be pumping fine. You can see bubbles in my fuel filter, which usually means it's pumping, or that's the way it always has been. I did have to put a pressure regulator on it because if I decide to use the electric pump with these wires here, then I have to regulate. It does not like more than 1 psi. Let's rev it up a little bit. She's a snappy thing. A little bit of blue smoke. Stella, you want to go for a road test? Come on, let's go. Let's go see if this thing runs out of gas. Come on, hop up in there. There you go, little girl. Good girl. I'll roll your window down for you so you don't get too hot. Can you give me a yawn? A little yawn? Okay. Yeah. You're so cute. Okay, so the old Nash is still idling. It's been about 5 minutes. I'm a little nervous. I got some PTSD on my fuel pump, but I think it's going to be fine. I'm a little worried that this regulator is going to get hot. That's not too hot. It's right above the exhaust manifold. It's about 5 inches away. Good. I got my puppy dog in the back seat. I'm gonna roll the window down a little bit here for her. These windows are really funky. There we go. And I don't have any spare fuel. I do have a 12-volt jump box if we need to jump our 6-volt positive car. I don't think so. And I have the electric fuel pump ready to go should I need it. So we're gonna put it here. Oh, you are so comfortable. Your eyes are closing, Stella. What's up? It's a warm day. And down into first gear. Oh, if I can find first gear. There it is. Temperature is up. Got a half tank of fuel. Should be good. I love this car. It's like stepping back into the 50s. Wouldn't you know it? It's a 50s. So great. It's got a good snap so far. The real trick is putting it in third gear. So no cars coming. We get first gear here. And we're just going to right to third. That's third gear. And now I'm going to mat the pedal. It pulls away strong. So far so good. We haven't emptied the float bowl. It's pulling fat. Oh, come on. You got to be kidding me. That's it. That's all we... Oh man, it's going to die on me. Oh jeez. Okay, so here we sit. Great. Let's see if we can get this thing going. That stinks. Just used my special fuel pump to see if I can prime it up. Oh, come on, baby. After a little bit of fussing, I actually had to use my jump box. I got her running. We're gonna make it home, I hope. I remember to close the hood. Stranded me. Can't believe it. On the road again, I think. I'm afraid to floor it. I don't know what the deal is with that. It's so strange. It's only in third gear, and it's only if you mat the throttle, it loses all fuel. That's just crazy. Yeah, we'll get it figured out. Poor Stella. We're just gonna sneaky doodle on in here. Just don't trust this thing now. Oh well. It's the life from Dave a Mechanic. You want out? Okay, I think that's the first time on a road test that I've actually been somewhat scared that I was going to be stranded. I'm glad you guys got to come along and enjoy that. Just a little bit of a panic. Not much. Still running. Okay, so we made it back in the shop. Time to clear our head a little bit. Trying to figure out why this thing stalls out in third gear, full throttle, and I think I might have figured it out. I opened this a few seconds ago and it went psh. So I think I need a vented cap. It's vapor locking. That's my guess. I don't know. Now I got to test it.